my goodness, we have made it. We've made it through the apocalypse that is Christmas and New Year's. And it's 2019, and we are back. The Christopolis. Jordan's sitting here with his Keyblade. If you're listening to the show, Jordan received a giant Keyblade for Christmas.
Great. You don't know what 30 inches.
It's at least 30. It's huge.
Also, I now have two of them.
He now has two of them.
So I can dual wield Keyblades.
You thought the ladies loved him before. Now he's got two Keyblades. No, they really love him.
This is the one for travel. The other one's for show, right?
Yeah. One stays in a case.
Yeah.
And the other one.
One is like the one
that
you
out to play.
It's like the family Keyblade. That's like it's like the crest, you know.
Yeah.
Hang on the wall.
Yeah.
And it gets passed down from like son to son, daughter to daughter. You know?
Yeah.
This
That would be cool.
This is what I just take with me everywhere.
It's awesome.
Welcome, everybody. This is podcast number 242. As always, we're your positive gaming and Xbox One community. We're joined by Mr. McSpicy, Jordan the Man, and I'm X1. We are the XoneBros. Oh, what a good holiday. We take 2 weeks off. This is the only 2 weeks off that we take all year long, so we're here all the way until next Christmas time. It's good to be back. I'll tell you what. It's like I was telling you guys before. It's like a steak. It's like if you have steak every night for dinner, you take 2 weeks off, and you're just really looking forward to that steak.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to be here.
What a good example.
Yes. I beat Red Dead Redemption over...
You finally beat it.
Finally beat it
finished
over
the prologue.
The epilogues. When I think about that game, it makes me happy. The ending, how it all wraps up, it's glorious.
It's really good.
Wait, I was actually, you streamed it. I was there when you finished it.
It's
I
glorious.
don't know why I forgot.
Now I'm going back and I'm 100% completionist.
That's what I'm doing.
And let me tell you, that's where that game thrives, and that's why I have such fond memories of the OG Red Dead, is because that was the first game that I 100%ed everything, like everything you could possibly do. And Rockstar sets up its worlds in such a way, Grand Theft Auto is similar to this, that there's a lot of hidden jewels, a lot of diamonds in the rough that you don't get to experience if you don't do some of these really out of the way quests. Something as simple, I'll give you an example, something as simple as visiting the grave sites of everyone who dies that you know throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
When you camp, or sometimes when you get close, when you come into an area, you hear the memories of the person. And it comes through the microphones, and it is so cool.
I did not know that.
Really,
there is
cool
also
stuff.
ghosts in the game, so it might be that too.
And
just heads up.
if you look at Jordan's activity feed, he found Man Bear Pig.
Yeah, I did.
He did find Man Bear Pig. So there's Man Bear
Found
Pig
him
in the game.
I also, I'm just going to document everything I do because I love that game.
Yeah, you've been in it for a while. You think?
I actually got in trouble last night because I've been playing it too much.
Oh, really? What happened?
He was going to play with me.
Tell us what happened.
We had a scheduled
Well, I was going to play Overwatch because the new season
With me.
started, and we just finished up the last season. Me and Mark over the weekend got our points, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got in trouble, though, so I couldn't play because I've been playing too much Red Dead Redemption. I had to not play games and spend time with my family.
Your wife specifically said you play too much Red Dead Redemption.
Video games.
Yeah,
just video games in general.
Xbox. And stuff.
Yeah.
But no, can I tell you something really cool about that game?
Yeah, I would like to hear it.
This is what, it's just like, it wouldn't have bothered me if they didn't put this in there, but it's just these little touches that make the world feel alive. What are you doing?
Jordan just got offended.
I just moved your computer.
Everyone listening, David just moved his laptop back, and
I need more room for my arm.
look on Jordan's face. He was shocked.
Don't touch us.
Straight shocked.
Don't touch a man's laptop.
Yeah.
Anyway,
do you not see the weapon he's holding in his arm?
That's right. A keyblade.
So I'm playing Red Dead Redemption while holding my Keyblade, like I do nowadays.
Uh-huh.
And
Wait, do you play? How do you hold your Keyblade?
I
and
just
play
laid
the same-
across my lap,
right,
okay.
right there,
like a
in the
seatbelt almost.
the center area of your body.
Yeah,
Just stick.
the power crotch area.
yeah. It's pretty cool. Anyway,
It
so
gives some.
I'm
No,
doing this stranger. You guys know the stranger mission where you help him take pictures of
Yeah.
animals. So I did half of him through the game, and then at the end of the game, can I say it since we've all beaten it, or should I not say it? Can we turn on the elevator music? So I can talk
Elevator
about
music.
it?
First,
Yeah.
If you're spoiler alert, just
So-
listen for this music. If this music's not over, the elevator music and chiming spoiler music.
We'll give everybody
right,
a second to chat to
right
mute the
now,
stream.
getting
here.
prepared.
So this music means we're talking about spoilers right here.
Okay,
There
so
we go.
at the end of the game, you play as John Marston. So during the
Yes.
game, I did half this guy's missions as Arthur Morgan, and then I came back at the end of the game and just finished him off with John Marston. And I went up to him, and I was just expecting it to start, and I do it. But what happened was John actually introduced himself as John Marston and said, "Hey, a friend of mine, Arthur, I read about you in Arthur's journal and just wanted to come see. Like they basically tied it in.
Yeah,
It's like it blew my mind.
Cool.
And it's just little stuff like that makes the world feel way more. And they actually
fluid.
talked about
It feels fluid.
They
not
actually talked
disjointed.
about Arthur's death.
Yeah.
And Mark even told me it extends off of that. You should tell your experience.
Oh yeah, so they're just not even the stranger missions. There was a guy that was when I was Arthur Morgan.
Yep.
I was walking by and he was throwing rocks into the river and he was going, "Does she love me? She loves me not.
Oh, yeah.
She loves me." Okay,
Yeah.
so you can tell him to either go for the girl or not go for the girl when you're Arthur Morgan. I told him to go for her. Well, now I'm John Marsden and I see that guy and he's all, "Gosh, my life sucks. She's sucking me dry." He's like, and he starts talking to me. He's like, "There was this guy that told me to go for my woman, and she is the worst person. She's ruined my life. What should I do? Should I, I hate, if I saw that guy right now, I'd punch him in the face." Anyways, I gave him advice to fix his marriage.
You know who that guy is?
Bonnie
McFarlane's husband.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's who that is. Isn't that cool?
Is it really?
Yeah. So that's why he leaves. He decides to leave her. And that's why when you in John Marston, Red Dead Redemption, she's by herself.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I own the strategy guide, Jordan.
Okay, because there's a part, good thing the elevator music's on, where you find a dead body on the beach, and it's her husband, and he has a letter for her.
Well, this going to be the
Is
same
it the same guy?
guy.
The same guy? Oh, man.
I can't wait to find that part now.
Yeah, because he's like not dead, and then he coughs, and he goes, "Oh, it's my last breath," and then he dies, and then you read a letter, and it's...
He says, "This is my last breath."
Well, no, I mean...
I'm dying.
I don't know, maybe. But, and then you read the letter, and the letter talks about, like, how... Like he's sorry to Bonnie and he wishes her well and like he wants to be a better person for her, and it's really sad because he's saying how much he loves her and wants to be better, and he's dead.
Okay, we can turn off spoiler alerts now.
Okay, we're done?
Yeah, I think so.
That was a big one.
That was a big one. That was a long one.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, spoilers are done.
Spoilers are done, everybody. Anyways, that was a good time. Overwatch. You've been playing a lot of Overwatch, Spicy?
Yes, crap ton.
With
That was my holiday game.
What has sucked you back into Overwatch?
It's like
New
a
season?
It's a drug.
It's like a drug.
I get a little piece.
What sucks you back into heroin?
Yeah, it's terrible
The
for
need.
me.
The need for the high.
I don't know. I just need after a game like Red Dead Redemption where I'm so absorbed and immersed.
Yeah.
I just need a game where I can jump in and jump out, and that's my Overwatch game, right? Those are those style of games where I don't go. It's 10 minutes at a time, kind of a thing that I really enjoy. And I just was like, you know what? I'm going to play a match. Then it turned out I played an hour and then several hours, and then that actually ended up being my holiday.
Nice.
Overwatch was my game for the holidays.
Sorry, when we pulled up, you were also playing Atlas.
Yeah.
How is Atlas? And Atlas, we assume, is going to be eventually coming to the Xbox.
If Overwatch is the gateway drug, Atlas is a game everybody that's
what
new
you
to
OD
it.
on.
Yeah, it's the game you OD on. It just came out last month on PC. It's from the guys who made Ark, and it's basically Ark as pirates.
Okay.
That's basically what it is. But there's a lot more with pirates instead of, like
Dinosaurs.
With pirates, you have a lot more tools, a lot more gear that you can make, and the world is actually, I think it's a lot tougher because you can have 40,000 people on one play. Like you go into the map, it's a play. There's 40,000. They have little grids where they split up the servers, but in your game, you're playing up to 40,000 people. Basically.
So when you go to the next grid, you're just moving servers?
It moves servers,
So
yes.
they split their servers up
on the map.
So one server is
And
a
it's
portion of
huge.
the map.
It is huge.
That's genius.
I bet you if you were to sell from one side of the map to the other on your sloop or on your galleon or whatever you do, it would probably take you maybe 30 real-time hours.
Wow.
Can you
It's
fast travel?
huge. You can fast travel, sort of. You have to. It's kind of complicated. They have little free places where you can't get hurt all over the map, but you start there, you have no gear or anything, right?
Yeah.
It's like Rust or Ark. You're just running around flippity floppeting,
Floppity all around the beach.
Oh, so similar.
Yeah, it's
similar
Ark.
starting.
Yeah, it's like Ark. Anyways, it's Ark with pirates, but The map's huge. It's really fun. It's addicting. The first hour, I was kind of frustrated, but once I got onto my raft and started sailing the open seas, I built a chair on my raft, and I just sailed.
Nice.
I sail. I'm a sailor. I sail. That's what I did. It was really
Reclining
good.
chair? Or?
No, it was just a standard.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You're
only,
new.
I'm
You're
a
new.
level
Yeah,
9.
yeah.
I could only make
chairs,
standard chairs. No, it's really fun though. Atlas, and since it's the Ark guys. I assume it's going to come to Xbox someday. I don't know.
And have just crazy stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like dragons.
Oh man, when you see like they have like galleon huge ships, you back off. And I was watching streams with this, and it is just like Ark, where there's an economy, there is drama, there is piracy, there is basically. So I'm playing solo, but the big problem that we're having in the NA servers is China is invading. They're like invading. China is invading.
They just have more people.
They really do. And there's clans that are there's the MAGA clan is actually hilarious. They're the Make America Great Again clan, and they're the front lines battling China.
Oh, really?
They have like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds
That's
of people.
hilarious.
And it's so funny.
So we assume this is the developers of Ark, the guys that did Ark. We assume this is coming to the Xbox.
Yeah.
I assume so, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen anything. The game's just been out for a couple weeks, right?
And this is in preview mode then? It's like beta?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even beta. It's alpha.
Oh, really? But it's
It
still
is
that
bad.
fun. It's that fun for you to buy it.
Terrible, yeah.
Wow.
Well, because it's hilarious. Because, I mean, pirate, you know? It's piracy at its best form.
Wow.
It is.
That sounds exciting.
It is hilarious. It's awesome. It's a fun game.
Gregariously hilarious.
Gregarious games.
Yes. It's one of those games, so be careful that you will. It's like Ark. You will blink, and then you don't know how much time you just sunk into it.
What's the game in your lifetime that has done that the most? Where
Guild Wars
time
1
stands still. Guild Wars 1 for you?
Yeah. Guild Wars 1 and the Ark style games and Rust, and this game.
But overall, Guild Wars 1
Guild Wars
did that
1,
the most.
I put in, I don't even know how many.
You
This is
would-
back in the day when
You'd start at
I was
5.
in college.
You start at 5 and you'd end at 5, but it would be 5 in the morning. You didn't even know.
Yeah. You're serious when in Guild Wars 1, they had these error messages start popping up. You have been playing for 17 hours. Please take a nap. They had that in the game.
Please take a nap.
Yeah. So these games are dangerous, man.
Guild Wars 1. Jordan, how about you? Where time stands still. What's the game for you? In history.
Warcraft.
Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Both MMO. Both MMO games.
They'll do it to you.
That's
for you.
yeah.
I mean, they're kind of designed to do that to you.
They grab you and they don't let go.
Any turn-based game, so like a Civilization or a Football
yeah.
Manager type of game.
Civilizations.
Where it's like, one more turn.
Yeah.
I just need one more turn. I just need one more turn.
Well, Stardew Valley's like that
Stardew
too.
Valley is like that.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley is very
One more
much
day.
like that.
Yeah.
Until eventually I was like, I'm just doing chores.
Well, remember, David,
And I
when
had like this wake-up event, and
Was
I was
it-
like, I'm 65 hours in, and I'm just doing chores every day. And then I walked away, and I've never been back.
that's how it is.
Wait a minute. I'm just doing chores. Dude, imagine if real life chores
That's how-
you could
yeah.
gamify like that. Oh, you'd be so productive. Your house would look spectacular.
You guys should get Atlas. It's $30 on Steam for
Okay,
the
wait.
preview program.
I might jump
We
into
could
that.
start our own clan, and we could
You can't-
battle the front lines against China.
Dr. Teeth says Kotar did it for me, where time stood
yeah,
still.
Knights of
B
the
says
Republic.
Halo did that for him. Hailstorm said Skyrim.
Ah.
Oh, very nice. And also Farm Simulator has made the
Yeah,
top.
Skyrim's interesting because even though you could save your game whenever, right?
Yeah.
Those dungeons, I always never wanted to end because I didn't want to get lost. The caves and
Yeah,
stuff. And because you want to know where you've been so you can 100% wherever
Yeah,
you're going. And once you get out, you're like, I can do one more.
Well, remember, for me, those dungeons, just knowing that you could find a new Fus Ro Da shout,
Anywhere,
dragon
yeah.
shout,
And you're hearing for it. And, you're hearing
and
that,
when you find it and it just unveils, and you're like,
and you're listening, what direction is the
where is it at? Meanwhile, you're getting a little bit excited. Your heart is racing, adrenaline is pumping, and then you find it.
Yeah, I remember the
so good.
first wall we found where that guy, the boss, came out of the chest. It was one of the first ones. It was built into the story.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And I was like, oh my gosh! What is happening? That is the coolest thing.
Oh man,
What a good game.
And then the first time, just speaking of Skyrim, the first time you see a dragon and it just flies by and you're like, oh my goodness.
Well, you had to go save the keep, right?
Yeah, the keep was out there in the meadows.
Oh, should I spoiler? You
Oh,
know,
no.
In the meadows outside of the town. What town was that called? I don't remember the town.
Whiterun?
Whiterun, yes,
Yeah.
Whiterun.
No, I was gonna say, you think seeing dragons for the first time blew your mind? You need to put on the Thomas the Tank mod. There is nothing.
It turns the dragons into Thomas the Tank, right?
Agents, yeah, like not just Thomas the Tank, but the whole cast.
train.
Yeah, like one can be Thomas, one can be Peter
Percy.
or what Percy. Yeah, and I'll tell you, man, it's crazy.
Do they go choo choo?
No, here, I'll look up a YouTube video, a clip, just so you can kind of get an idea. But I'm telling you, it is.
You
I
think dragons are scary?
In my
You thought
opinion,
dragons are
trains.
scary.
in my opinion, I think it's the best mod anybody's ever created.
The Thomas the Train.
Well, that is the strength to
Mods.
Skyrim. I mean, Skyrim
Oh, yeah.
really opened it up and whole new stories. You could download mods with whole new stories and campaigns that people built. It's genius.
And then you get rid of the loading screens with the mod.
Is Skyrim the best single player? Is there any other single player games that have really opened themselves up to mods that way?
I mean, well, Bethesda, right?
Halo with Forge multiplayer maps.
Yeah.
You know. But I think
Gran-
Skyrim's is probably the most in
GTA.
depth, don't you think?
I think GTA, like...
Yeah, they're multiplaer.
Yeah, on
You could
GTA
create multiplayer
Online.
games, but can you imagine if Grand Theft Auto, you could just mod the entire single story? What people would do?
No, but I'm looking at... There's a Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon mod. Oh my gosh, I want to play that one.
The pickle, Macho Man.
Everyone's named here.
Oh man. Okay, let's play this. Let's play this
Okay.
Thomas the Tank Engine mod. I
So
gotta
this is
see
just at the
bad
very
boy here.
beginning.
So just
So
Google
you're about
Thomas the
to-
Tank
yeah.
Engine Skyrim mod. Oh my gosh, there it goes! Flying through the sky, just flies fast.
Hold on. David, grab your camera. Show everybody.
It legit looks like the cartoon.
Here we
Like,
go. Everybody,
the
so you can see
graphics
what we're
are
looking
It's
amazing.
awesome, guys. It's awesome.
go ahead. This is so weird. Watch this one. It just there it goes.
Wait
It's
for
just
it,
flying
wait for
by. Oh man.
Thomas the...
And that's when the dragon. Oh, okay, that's cool.
But imagine that. So that's the scripted one, right? But imagine the unscripted ones. They're hilarious.
That is terrifying.
Oh man,
That is terrifying.
Yeah, that is.
It is
there's
one of
nothing more
the-
terrifying
It's seriously the best mod I've ever seen.
than
in my life.
a train.
Gosh.
It's that time. That's right. It's our Patreon winner giveaway
All right.
time. It's the first episode of the month, which means first episode of the year, which means we do our monthly Patreon giveaway. This is a giveaway to everyone who subscribes to us over on Patreon, and everyone live here in Mixer while we do the giveaway is eligible for it. We put your name into the hopper, the random hopper. We press the enter button.
Yeah.
That's a button.
It's a whole elaborate
It's a whole
system. you
elaborate
have in a
system.
basement.
It's actually not, but and then it spits out a name. And this month's winner. Oh, hold on, there we go. Hit it.
Oh.
This month's winner, coming in at 5'4",
5'4".
150 pounds. He's lean. He's mean.
He's terrifying.
He's a streaming machine. He streams earlier than I do, actually.
Oh.
He's often in my streams in the morning. This is the one and only Buddha Will.
All
Buddha Will,
right.
come on down.
Good job. Yeah.
Congratulations, Buddha Will. Thank you very much for all your support. If you'd like to support the show, please head over to patreon.com/positive gaming. Subscribe to the show. We have a goal to build a studio so that we can bring more shows. We've got 2019 is going to be a huge year for us. We couldn't do it without you guys. We're bringing some exciting news in the future here. We're really excited for this year, so stay tuned. Actually, we might have some big news next week for you guys.
Ooh,
Teaser.
dirty.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned for next
Yeah.
next week. And that brings us to the news. Jordan, tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week.
All right. Let's start with hardware.
By the way, you get a $60 Xbox gift card. That's the giveaway. Sorry,
Oh,
just in case for anyone's wondering, it's like, what's the giveaway?
Yeah.
It's just a giveaway. We give. Sometimes it's McSpicy's underwear.
Yeah.
It's just
What?
a giveaway, just random.
You give my underwear away?
Autographed sometimes.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Not washed.
Not washed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's disgusting, Jordan. Why you got to take it there? It's because you're holding a keyblade.
Yeah, it's Jordan that took it too far, huh? Jordan was the one who took that one a little far.
Just because you're holding a keyblade, Jordan, doesn't mean you get to say whatever you want.
Do you want to hold it for a while?
Yeah, we should have one of those, like, express your feelings.
You hold it
can
for a
only
while.
talk.
That
You
should
can
be
only-
the keyblade.
You can only talk
If-
if you're holding the keyblade.
If you're not in a safe space when you have that, I don't know what you are.
If you're not holding the keyblade, you don't get to talk.
So
This is how I feel. You can't interrupt me.
Oh my gosh, when you yell, you hurt me.
speaking of awesome equipment, hey, what are you doing? If you don't want to hold it,
I'll hold it. I'll hold it for
fine.
you. I got you.
Yeah.
You want to hold it?
I will.
Okay,
Yes,
there you go.
yes.
Go ahead.
Microsoft patents a bunch of different parts on its new controller.
Yes, the
It's cool.
the
Yeah.
Xbox.
Yeah, so the
Elite?
Xbox. So it doesn't.
Or wait, or is this the next gen controller?
So well, it's the next. It's not the Elite. It's just their next controller.
Okay.
It doesn't specifically like say what it's exactly going to do, but they just highlight points that they've patented and stuff like that. So it looks like they're doing a lot of work with the triggers and stuff like that. So
Cool.
It's very, very
dude, it's
cool.
they're gonna like get it just down to a science. So that
Now.
very little touches.
The
everything.
article I was reading, like I said, this is kind of for future Xbox controllers, but the improvements that they make will probably roll out to different controllers like the Elite controller and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So very cool. So new hardware improvements in the works.
If you think about it, the controllers have seen a massive improvement from the 360 to the One, even on the PlayStation side,
yeah.
from
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
The Nintendo, I mean, it kind of doesn't count because if you
Well,
count
I
the
mean,
entire console as a controller,
Ice
then
cubes.
That's a huge. You can't feel the ice cubes.
That's right.
That is insanity. But I mean, they've seen a huge technological jump. I think we'll see another one with the next generation of consoles too.
I hope so.
I want an elite controller, a double elite.
I want a
made of
keyblade.
The Duelite.
Pure steel.
Man of pure steel.
No,
Oh,
like
more
made
than-
of pure steel.
Yeah, like high end products.
Yeah.
I agree. Titanium alloy,
Yeah, like metals you can't get on Earth.
Carbon fiber.
Yeah. Carbon fiber.
Oh, wait, metals you can't get on Earth?
Yeah.
I want that. I really want that.
Screw
bad.
carbon fiber.
I know. I didn't know that was possible.
Freaking heated up cloth.
Anyway,
They make planes out of carbon fiber.
Oh, yes.
I learned that.
As I learned that too.
Carbon
light.
fiber's pretty cool.
I also-
I saw a guy on YouTube make a knife out of carbon fiber.
Oh, yeah.
Scary.
Yeah,
So scary.
metal detectors can't detect that, right? Because it's not.
I don't
metal.
know.
'Cause it's not
it's
metal.
carbon fiber.
I guess.
The see-through nudie X-ray scene at the airport could see it though. You'd have to make
The
it look
nudies?
You'd have to make it look like a body part. You have to shape it like a body part.
Maybe
in
a
order to-
keyblade.
in order to get through that thing. Like, oh, that's just a birthmark. Let him go.
Okay. Well,
Anyway, the Black Ops 4.
Jordan, why did you take
Yeah.
that too far?
Black Ops 4 has a new patch. This one is specifically for the Xbox One X.
Oh.
It focuses blackout mode more. Basically, it fixes a huge issue that was in blackout mode. Sometimes there was a bug in blackout mode where you would just randomly get kicked out of the game, which really sucks. Like when you're in the top 10,
Yeah.
and then the top 5, and then the top 2. You don't want that happening. So they
No.
fixed that. Now, when the patch came out, there was some early reports of like frame rate issues, but since then, everything has seemed to stabilize and get going. So there's not really any patch notes on it, but they said that they're releasing a patch to fix the issue on Xbox
Call of
One
Duty
X.
Black Ops also has private matches now, private custom matches.
Yeah.
So that's going to be our next community play. We're probably not going to be doing our first community play because we're working on some projects here that we'll announce soon.
Yeah.
For the month of January, but February we'll have to decide it. The first or second week of February will be our first community play. They're back, and it's going to be a custom Black Ops Blackout mode.
That'll be a fun one.
That'll be way fun, actually.
Yeah. So
Wait. Yeah, that's awesome.
maybe we could do it sooner if
we want
if
to.
things go
If we
smoothly.
wanted to.
If we
wanted
want
to.
to. If we want to, I guess we could.
Ooh, Vermintide.
Yeah, Warhammer Vermintide 2, back to the Ubercirk.
I don't know what
I
that
actually
means.
don't know how to pronounce that.
Uberstrike.
Anyway,
Ubersreich.
the Back to the Ubercirk DLC is now available on Xbox One.
Oh, that game is so good.
Before everybody makes fun of me for not being able to pronounce that correctly, I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Can you pronounce every word correctly?
That's
what I thought.
That's what I thought.
Uberstrike?
Shut your mouth.
Uberstrike. Uberstrike. What is that?
Hey, do people make fun of you for not pronouncing words correctly?
Oh no, it's a common thing. People are
Oh,
always
yeah.
like, oh, it's pronounced this. I mean, I do it to people too. It makes you feel superior.
I do it on purpose just to bug people.
yeah. See what I mean?
I do. I really do.
My pet peeve is like, hey, you didn't put a period. You're a period. Shut up.
Reading's hard. There's no way around it. It's just a hard thing to do.
It's true. It's true.
That's why you got to, reading's hard.
Yeah, especially for Jordan.
Yeah.
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 That's why I read magazines.
There's two types of people in this world. There's readers.
those who read
and those who
don't.
I guess you're right. That's pretty. That's
and
pretty good.
there's advantages to both.
That is true.
Yeah. Anyway, what?
No, I don't want to say anything anymore. I just
okay.
decided.
Okay, Vermintide 2 DLC though. What does this bring?
Brings new content.
Oh, okay. 3 remastered classics.
Yep. 3 remastered classics.
Oh.
A city in rubbles. New quests, challenges, and weapons.
Oh, that game is so good.
Yeah, it is good. We should go back and play it. I mean, we had a good time. I think we played a little bit with Ronin when we used to play it a lot, and then we just had a good time.
Oh, so much fun.
That was a fun
game.
time.
There's nothing better than chopping off rats' heads.
So it's 3 remastered levels from Vermintide 1, but they've also added 5 new weapons with illusions.
Illusionaries.
But anyway, so it's really
Strike.
cool. So you can.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's
Uber
it.
Strike.
Nice.
Did someone
Nice.
give the dictionary where it gives you how it spells
how
it
it
differently?
sounds?
Yeah.
Can't you Google words and the lady will tell you how they're pronounced?
Yeah,
Probably.
but Google. She. I don't know. That's a perfect example. She can't read very well either, and no one makes fun of her.
I mean, she's the Google voice.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? You're right.
Let me explain something to you. I use Google the driving all the time
I
for
prefer
work.
Alexa.
And anyway, we have a city in our state called Ogden. Odgen. Google pronounces it
Isn't it
Ogden.
Yeah, because it's
Ogden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ogden.
Ogden.
See, she can't read everything perfectly. No one makes fun of her.
She doesn't even,
That's all I'm saying.
She doesn't even know.
She also
doesn't
gets
even-
mad at you when you miss turns now.
She doesn't. I technically don't exist.
Me either.
Yeah,
Me
because
either.
she hasn't fixed her roads yet.
She's not fixed my road either. Hence my missed package.
Which
Maybe-
sucks because now I
maybe
can't
she
get
doesn't like
Uber
you.
Eats or anything because it's all based on Google Maps.
They're like, where are you? I'm like, okay, I'm the big.
It doesn't
blue
even let you
house
order food.
on the corner.
It doesn't even let you order food if you don't exist on Google Maps.
It doesn't even let you order
no,
food.
no.
It discriminates
What are
against
they
you.
going to do? Like meet on the corner somewhere?
I would. Yeah, why not?
Well, it doesn't let you.
Hey, actually,
I have to go out and get my food.
Didn't
What kind
hey,
of
no,
world
no,
are you
that's what-
living in?
Didn't Pizza Hut do that?
What?
Where they just meet you at a place? They're called pizza stops?
Did you
I
dream
actu-
this? Because
No,
this
no,
is
no.
a really good dream.
No, I know. I saw that on a commercial. Look it up.
I know Little
I
Caesars
actually,
has their takeout.
I actually
Spicy
think
was telling me
That thing's amazing.
Yeah,
I actually think that's an incredibly bad idea. But
not if it's done how Little
Okay,
Caesars does it.
let me
'cause
tell you- let me
Little
tell you a
Caesars
story.
could
no,
basically
I meant
red box
their
their
like,
pizzas.
hey,
Leave them at
I
different.
mean, you got to be careful where you put your pizza spots. They got to be public places. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to deliver a pizza to some guy out in the field. You know what I mean?
no, but
Why not?
yeah, I mean,
You got your keyblade.
Yeah.
why?
No. So I thought it was dumb. So Little Caesars made this pizza Redbox thing, and
Yeah,
I
see,
was
Domino's Hot Spot.
Domino's Hotspot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Little Caesars made this device to buy online. I'm like, well, it's hot and ready. Why do I care? I actually used it once. I felt pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
he
think
told
the
me
Little
about it.
Caesars they have a red box for pizza.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
dude. It's actually they could put their pizza. The days of going to the it's like Blockbuster. It's limited. Their time is limited.
Yeah.
If whoever jumps on the just get right next to a red box, a pizza place, order your pizza, boom, it's there.
Yeah.
And you just go
So
pick it up.
awesome. I'm gonna do that every time I've ordered.
There's
pizza
not that
now.
much that goes into a pizza. Couldn't the whole machine make the pizza for you? As long as you make sure that the ingredients are filled
Yeah.
and there's a
No.
Well,
it's
it can.
a big refrigeration process.
I think they call that on Star Trek a replicator. And I want one of those too.
No, think about it. It'd be a big machine, but that'd be cool. The machine just makes it for you too, and then pops it out.
This is
Ding.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're pretty close to that, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that you could do that. Why?
I think it's possible.
I mean, I could buy a robot dog. Why can't I have a robot pizza?
I've seen robots that weed your garden for you.
Oh,
It
yeah.
rolls around and
Hey,
picks the
speaking of
weeds.
that, we're in January right now,
Yeah.
and it's super cold. And what happened the other day is where we live, we get 70-mile-an-hour winds occasionally. We had that, so it blew snow all over my driveway, and then it turned it into ice because the wind was blowing so hard.
Yeah, I talked to
It
you
was
about
like
that.
powder snow.
I remember
And
that.
it's all over. Anyways, McSpicy has a tool for weeding that I think come in handy to defrosting my driveway.
Oh, do you need to borrow that?
Have
I
you-
have a flamethrower.
Yeah, it's basically a flamethrower. It's used for weeding. I was thinking, have you ever? The other day when I was shoveling the driveway, I was like, I wonder if Spicy's ever used that to melt
It's
the
called
snow.
the Dragon.
Have you ever used it to melt the snow?
No,
You
but that's
should try
genius.
it, see?
It's like 150,000 BTUs of pure awesomeness.
Yeah, and I bet you just melts it right away.
Yeah, you borrow it. I have it in the garage.
Let's experiment with it.
Okay.
Let's play
Can I
with
come
it.
over and help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play with fire.
Dude, yeah. I had a garden problem. It's no longer a problem. You get a flamethrower, it's game over. Yeah.
That's
okay,
pretty cool.
I'll bring it over. Or where do we are we here for I can't remember. How did we get to my flamethrower?
Vermintide.
Yeah, Vermintide.
Yeah,
they
somehow we
also have
got to
flamethrowers. So Vermintide
They probably
DLC
have flamethrowers in that game.
Yeah, that's
contains
true.
3 new remastered levels and some new weapons. Very cool. Be sure to check it out. It's a new month. It's a new year. So we got new games with gold. So games with
Boom.
gold for the month of January. On the Xbox One side of things, we
This is
have
the big one.
January 1st to the 31st.
For Spicy.
Celeste.
Celeste.
Did you buy that?
It's game of the year, or it was up
No,
for
I
game
want
of the
to.
year
I
Oh,
want
okay,
to,
well now you
yeah.
don't need to.
Oh, well that's great
because
news.
it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
Free
Games
right
with gold.
now. Go download it.
Literally
if
this
I would have
second
bought
right now.
that, I'm glad I found out. Liz.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Download that right now.
Okay.
I'd be curious what your thoughts are because it supposedly
The
is a
Xbox is
great
right here now.
platformer.
WRC 6.
I'll get it.
Oh yeah,
It's a racing
It's
game.
a rally racing.
It is January 16th to February 15th, and on the backward compatibility
And
Xbox 360 side,
Yeah.
we also have Lara Croft.
and
I think it's Temple of Osiris.
Yeah, that's the
Temple of
top-down
Osiris,
one,
yeah.
which is actually not bad.
I've heard
pretty
it's
fun.
I've heard it's decent, and a classic, Far Cry 2.
Have you played that one?
I started
I started with 4.
with 3. No, I think I played it, but I really
Got into
into Far Cry 3.
3 was the island bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this your phone?
This is an awesome phone.
This
That
is
guy.
awesome.
Yeah. This is awesome. Just like that. That's how he spoke.
Also on the backward compatibility, they're adding more new games. Good thing you just bought whatchamacallit,
What do you call it?
pirate game.
Oh,
Atlas.
Yeah.
Because Arc is free. Or
Oh.
sorry, no, Arc is not free. It's
Oh, sorry.
being added to
Game Pass.
technically, I mean, however
kinda
you want to
free.
look at it, kind of free.
It's kinda
yeah.
free for $10.
Arc is being added to Game Pass.
Is that game released yet?
Yeah,
Full release. He
2017.
checked. Yeah, he checked.
It fully released.
Full
in
release.
August
2017.
2017.
Okay.
Which I think they just meant. Okay,
They just-
we're not going to work on this anymore.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
we have
made
a
our
pirate
money.
idea. Let's move on to
Atlas
pirates,
is good,
so.
man. It's funny.
We also got Just Cause 3. Oh, that's a good one.
Farming Simulator.
Farming Simulator
Dude, it's
17.
So many people are addicted to that game.
Absolver Downfall, and for those that have a little, you just like games,
Yeah.
Aftercharge.
I don't know after charge.
Neither do I. That's why I couldn't think of anything to say.
Yeah, I feel like
But if you like games, I'm sure you'll like Aftercharge.
that's what I'm going to name my next dog. After charge.
Aftercharge.
After
That's a good
charge.
one.
Sit. Good dog. Good boy.
Oh, and sorry, we didn't say this. Life is Strange 2.
oh yeah,
Mark's
Life is
game.
Strange too.
Yeah.
That's
The
a good
coming
game.
of age.
Yeah.
of
This
a
is number 2. Have you played
teenage
number 2?
emo.
I have not played number
This is
2
number
yet.
2.
coming of age story of a teenage emo photographer.
All right, 2 of my favorite stories.
Exactly.
I saved the
think
2
that-
best.
That is the summary of the game. I'm pretty sure.
I saved the 2 best for last. Red Dead
for
Redemption 2. I have not been able to put this game down. The
He hasn't.
online, they
He
have
literally
they
hasn't.
have confirmed.
His wife beat him.
Yeah, they have confirmed that they will be updating the game in 2019. So,
Single player?
We got that.
Well,
Just
we know
updates,
online.
What does
multi-
that mean?
We knew
This is
online
more-
was coming.
This is more focused to online.
Oh, okay. Well, of course they're going to update it. They're taking the
Well,
long term.
yeah.
Look at the success
Yeah.
of Grand Theft
Oh,
Auto.
yeah. And the article that I was reading, new big changes coming next month, and this was written in December, so this month here in January. So
Ooh.
big changes. That's what they're saying. They may be lying because it's the internet, and Rockstar's lid tight, man.
What do you think those big changes could be? Player housing? Tell you what. Where would you live? Player housing? I think West Grizzlies. up in the
West
mountains.
Elizabeth?
You'd go West
I'd
Elizabeth
go to
still?
East Elizabeth.
No, West
Where?
Elizabeth. Up,
I'm just kidding. That's not
up
a real
in
place.
the who was the O'Reilly boys or whatever?
O'Driscoll's?
Oh, the O'Driscoll area. Their camp area.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Do you not? You know
Where John
where the ranch
stabs
is?
that guy?
what? What?
Where John stabs the guy? Or their hideout house?
I'm not going to say any plot things.
Okay.
I'm just
Back-
going to say
Back in the
Epilogue area.
Great Valley?
Epilogue-
The Great Valley.
Is that what
That's
that's?
the Great Valley.
yeah.
That is a beautiful place.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah, that's a beautiful place.
Sometimes I go fishing.
I'll be looking down on you from my snowy peak.
You're gonna go on the peaks, huh?
I like the snow. I like the crunch of the snow.
There is a
on
crunch.
my horse's hooves.
What's interesting
There's lots
is
of elk up there.
I actually
too.
start to feel cold when I play that area.
I have a fire
Yeah,
usually roaring.
because you got to
next
put
me.
on a coat.
Yeah.
I put a coat on my character and I feel better.
Role play? No, I mean like in real life. Like,
Put on a coat.
oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. You just
Yeah,
like
legit role
on
play.
your horse, you got to have 2 outfits with you
So,
at all times.
so whenever I mount the horse, I should get a saddle.
yeah,
Get a saddle.
And sit on a
it.
saddle.
If this game was on the Switch, there'd be some type of saddle.
There'd be some type of
motion
saddle
control.
device.
Yeah, and I hope that's in
Made out of
development.
cardboard.
By the way, we were this close. Seriously, how close it was? Would you say it's this close, David? It was this close
Yeah.
to buying you one of those for your birthday.
A saddle?
No, the
No,
Labos,
The Labos.
the cardboard
For the Switch.
toys.
We
for
almost
the
got
Switch.
it.
Oh, really?
There was a
Instead,
robot.
Instead, we got you
Yeah,
a
that-
light up mouse pad.
That light up mouse pad makes my office.
It's a Razer mouse pad we got Spicy for his birthday.
Oh yeah,
It
but
is
you
so
you
great.
almost had a cardboard robot that you can put on. Like
Yeah,
it's actually
almost.
it
was
fits
the-
your body.
It was like the chest thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you put it on and you like have big
You
robot
control
arms.
it. You control
and
it with the
Joy-Cons
motion
are in there,
controls.
and it's awesome. You had to build it yourself though.
We thought you would like that.
That would have been fun for about a day. That would have been
You just
cool.
walk around in it.
I'm walking. Yeah, honey, I'm here. That's
It's awesome. Last but certainly not least,
Not
over
least.
our break, this came out a couple weeks ago, so a lot of people have probably seen it. But over our break, when we didn't have our shows, the Kingdom Hearts 3 Final Battle trailer came out, and let me tell you, it was a whopper.
It was a doozy.
Oh, it was a good one. I loved every second of it. I watched it like 4 times just
This is the
before
one you just
show.
showed me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
It's a
good.
doozy. I have no idea what's going on, but it's a doozy.
It's awesome. And
Who are the floating guys in the air? They're cool. That's cool.
that was at the
They
end.
remind me of like mini.
Are you
Darth
talking about
Vaders
the
or
very
something.
end?
Darth Mauls.
So I'll explain. I really think we should have a class.
Hey, couldn't
with,
Star
like, a
Wars now
whiteboard.
come into that game?
Yeah, it's Disney.
Yeah,
Also,
maybe they
Marvel. Marvel could come into that game too.
I'm pretty sure anything.
Anything.
Doesn't Disney own everybody?
Basically, anything could come into that game. Which, by the way, I think I'm going to be getting Disney Plus. Speaking of that,
Oh, okay.
seems like a good deal.
What is Disney Plus?
Their streaming
Their
service.
streaming service that's going to have everything. Well, only if because Disney owns everything, right? So if it includes like the ESPNs, the sports stuff,
ESPN.
the ABC stuff, so I'd get my Goldbergs, I'd get my Modern Family on, I'd get whatever I want.
Yeah, but we kind of have access to that already, don't we? Like with Hulu and
Yeah, but I
everything.
could get it all in one place.
Okay, but it'll be more because it's Disney.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the price is,
Yeah,
or will it be more?
yeah, probably will.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Anyways, Kingdom Heart.
Yeah, 3. And just for the record, that game is coming out the 29th of this month.
You're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I really am. Each week, I'm going to add one Kingdom Hearts thing to my repertoire here.
Oh,
so
very
week
nice.
1 is the Keyblade.
Keyblade.
Week
oh.
2, tune in.
Tune in. Who knows what it'll be? Hey, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, do you know where Huey, Dewey, and Louie come from? Who's kids?
DuckTales?
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Yeah, that's DuckTales.
It's DuckTales, yes. But it's always Uncle Donald, because I've been watching now the Mickey Mouse shows with my daughter,
Yeah.
which Jordan
Did you watch the adult
Jordan
ones?
exposed her to the adult Mickey Mouse,
Yeah,
which I don't think
Disney
Disney owns.
No, their name's on it. It was
Yeah.
just a little bit more mature
Wait, what?
than. Well, there's no like,
It was like Adult Swim, but with Mickey.
Yeah.
What?
Goofy was homeless.
What? Yeah.
Like he was
Well,
some homeless.
I actually think that makes sense.
Oh well, then
Have
maybe
you seen
maybe
that
they're
guy?
not. No, like he was legit homeless. Like
Goofy.
Homeless.
Any character in the Disney world that should be homeless, I think it's. I think
yeah, no,
Goofy
he was
should
like
be.
straight. It had Disney's name on it, so like, oh, this will be great. And then we were watching it, and it was just a little bit more mature than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Kind of threw me off.
Like started swearing and stuff.
No,
you
no, it
serious?
didn't do
No,
that.
no, they didn't.
Wait, what is? What are we? What is this?
Mickey Mouse.
Is it called Mickey Mouse? And
Yeah, and it's actually animated like the old art style, like the old style.
It looked pretty cool, but it
Like
was
it's
like
cool,
very adult. And I
but
was like, what
it
are you
seemed
showing
like
my
more
daughter?
adultish. Like it
Don't let
seemed
Jordan
more like
babysit your children.
my daughter.
that was Mickey Mouse.
Never
Hey.
go see Goofy by
Hey,
yourself.
You think you like Mickey Mouse, little girl? Let me show you Mickey Mouse. And then he shows you this adult version. It's
Wait,
like,
it's like new.
it's like Adult Swim, but I don't know if it's new. It's probably
It's
probably
like
really
it's
famous.
like
we
for-
just don't know about it.
It's probably like I don't know. It seemed like it was geared towards like high school students.
Okay.
Which was I was just, hey, what do you do?
Anyways, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So because I've been watching all these shows like Donald's Christmas and stuff, which Donald Duck is hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, wait, I always assumed they were Donald and Daisy's kids.
No, they
because
were-
He's Uncle Donald to them.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I assumed, okay, well, it must be Scrooge McDuck's kids. No, because he's Uncle Scrooge to him. So their mother is Darla Duck.
Ah,
I looked it up. She appears in one show, Apparently, they're her bastard children.
Man, this just took a turn.
Darla is Donald's sister.
Wow.
That makes sense.
So we just don't talk about that side of the family?
We just don't. Apparently, she's a whore.
No, I can see that.
Man.
Or she's dead. I don't know what happened to her. They don't say what happened to her, but she's only in like one episode.
I really want
way
to know
back
this.
when.
I want to know
back when.
This backstory.
Yeah.
This rated R backstory.
Yeah. Anyways,
I think that summed it up.
wait, are Huey, Dewey, and Louie? They're like one of my favorite characters. Are they in Kingdom Hearts?
Are they in any of the Kingdom Hearts games? Are they? I think they might be. I can't remember specifically. They're not like huge parts of it.
Reckham says Daddy Duck kicked her out of the house and said he didn't want to see her around these parts no more.
Daddy Duck.
Daddy Duck.
I think
Yep.
they. I
Darla
think
Duck.
I think that is hilarious. I think.
There's a gif of Donald walking with some ducks.
Some real ducks.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Anyways, interesting, huh?
I want to learn about Huey, Dewey, and Louie now.
I know, because I'm sitting there
the
with my
story-
daughter, and I'm watching like all these Christmas specials. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck's always in there, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie are always in there, and they're hilarious. And I'm like, but then I noticed they called Uncle Donald, Uncle Scrooge. I'm like, wait a minute, who is their father? I've never thought about it, or where'd they come from? It's Darla Duck, which is
Whoa.
Donald's sister.
The trio. So Huey, Dewey, and Louie are the 11th most published comic book characters in the world.
Whoa, I want
Probably
those
because they
comics.
count it 3 times every time they're in one.
So is Tailspin a comic? Or not Tailspin?
Darkwing Duck might be. Because isn't Darkwing Duck... that's...
Oh yeah, he's somewhere in the family.
Yeah.
He's somewhere in there.
He's the inbred cousin.
He's their father. They don't know. They've never met. The inbred cousin.
Yeah.
But yes.
I did not know Disney was like Game of Thrones.
Wait, not Tailspin. What you guys just said the
DuckTales.
name? DuckTales. There we go. DuckTales.
This is like...
So is DuckTales a comic?
Huey, Dewey, and Louie are like turning into Game of Thrones for me. This is
Yeah.
like amazing.
It's Game of Thrones. They're the Lannisters.
To answer your question, though,
The the Ducks, the Disney Ducks are the Lannisters.
Scrooge the rich guy?
Scrooge is the rich
so
guy.
He's the one who craps gold.
Yeah, they're the Lannisters.
to answer your question, yes, they are in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, very good.
They're not like ginormous parts, but they're there.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of people there.
That's
in
cool.
Kingdom Hearts 3. A lot of Disney characters and Final
cool.
Fantasy characters.
I appreciate that. When does that release?
January 29th.
Okay, Jordan
So is Pluto Hodor? Like, I'm trying to figure out...
Hodor.
Pluto's Hodor.
By the way,
that
is,
would be probably Goofy.
is that how it
Okay.
happened in the
Or
book?
Pete.
You guys read the books. The whole Hodor thing. Is that how it happened in the book?
Wait, I don't know
what.
what you're talking about, and I don't know if I want to go into this, because I don't watch the series, I read the books.
Yeah, that's okay. You can read the book.
Yeah, he already said they're going to be different.
Yeah, they're going to be different. So who cares?
Yeah.
Just
Can I say it?
No!
Can I say
no.
it?
You already.
No!
The book is superior. So people who have watched the show probably have a misconstrued. Because I stopped after season 3 because I was like, this is not even. They're going away from the book at that point because key plot twists had happened in the book by that point that never happened in the show. Okay, tell me. Hold on.
Yeah, okay. So
I've
Hodor,
said my piece.
Hodor in the show, his whole purpose was to hold the door. And that's
Oh.
why he always said Hodor, because it's hold door.
I think they actually say that in the
door,
first book. I
hold-
believe it's mentioned slightly.
Hold door, hold door,
Yeah, I mean
hold
he's
door, hold door.
slow.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
something happened when he was younger, and it was like a vision from, I don't know, Odin. However that book-
Odin?
yeah.
Odin is in the
Yeah,
Game
I
of
don't know.
Thrones?
It's something like that. And
Oh, man.
and anyway,
This whole time.
he like goes, he starts like seizing or something, and he keeps saying hold door, and it eventually turns into Hodor, and that's when he becomes like slow. Is that how it happens?
No.
Okay. Because I feel like they were in the writing, and I don't mean this in any bad way.
That doesn't happen in the book at all.
And I mean, it's kind of a cool little way to
my
turn
memory.
around.
It's been like 3 years since I've read the whole book.
And
so
it's
4
kind of,
years.
I mean, if you look at it, it's kind of a fun way to the end of that character, right? Because he dies anyway. But I wonder if in the writing room they were like, "Hey, this kind of sounds like hold door.
No,
You think we should add that in there somewhere?"
yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, Jordan. What
Oh.
you just said? Stupid.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, George R. R. Martin has made me mad because I've been waiting for years for the final book to come out, and between then he's created an HBO series. He's had time to do that. He's also created now the history of the Targaryen, a separate book that explains the backstory of the Targaryen family.
Ah.
Anger ensues.
Hey, so I don't mean to go on another tangent,
So-
but I'm really trying to find the Huey, Dewey, and Louie whore mother, and I can't find.
Yeah, Darla Duck.
It's Della Duck or Dumbella.
It's not Darla Duck. Maybe it's Delilah Duck.
I'm sorry. I really want to know this backstory because this backstory is starting to turn out to be like superheroes. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Go back to what you were talking about.
Oh, I was just wondering, how, yeah, that was an interesting Hodor, Holdor. I thought it was kind of a cool little end, and I just wonder how they came up with it in the writing room. If someone was just like, hey.
Dumbella. That's her name.
Yeah, well,
Dumbella.
of course she's going to have issues if
Well,
you
she's
name her
dumb.
Dumbella.
Dumbella, yeah. That was her stripper name.
Dumbella.
She got in with a bad crowd
my
at
God.
the strip club. She married Frank the bouncer, who got her hooked on heroin, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie
Popped out.
So
Popped out, and
And
now
then Donald adopted them to give them a better life.
There's other stuff in the Game of Thrones show that I would like to ask you guys about, but I don't know if I can.
Maybe on the
because of
bonus
whole
show.
book,
The bonus show.
There's
We'll
a
do it
lot
on
of
the bonus show. Yeah.
there's a lot of weird stuff that happens.
I think we should pull this back to games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that-
Hey, Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out this week.
Oh,
Boom.
hey, it was all about games.
Yeah.
Do we know Dumbella's backstory in Kingdom Hearts?
Maybe she's there.
Yeah, maybe she's one
a
of the
bad guy.
Keyblade masters. She'll be in the final war.
She unveils her mask.
Mark, I got to show you the trailer afterwards. It's awesome.
Okay.
That is pretty cool.
There's a part.
Wait, a Keyblade master?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's some
Dumbella?
people that are, and there's some people that are not.
Okay.
I would be one.
Obviously, you haven't put down the Keyblade this whole show.
Yeah, and every week leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm gonna wear something new. So next week I'll have the Keyblade plus something else. It's gonna be like a countdown.
You know
In
what?
my mind.
I'm going to get you like a holster on your belt for the Keyblade. So you can
on my back or something like a sheathing. Yeah, it's a weird sheath though.
Well,
gotta figure
because
that
it would
one
be
out.
cool to have this like strapped to your belt
Yeah.
as you walked around. And
I take it to work.
Like a back.
go into McDonald's, order a
No, I'll take it
burger.
to the store. Yeah.
strapped over his back.
Yeah.
That'd be
People
cool.
don't mess with me.
Or
They know. They're
or
like, dude,
they-
that guy's got a giant
I'm pretty
key strapped
sure
to
they,
his back.
Or
they
they
think
would
it was
mess
a
with
cane.
you.
They won't think it's a weapon.
I
sure
really
they-
want to know the ending to the story of that kid who got on the plane with the Keyblade. I wish he would have got his number.
From E3.
Yeah, I wish he would have got his number.
That was super funny.
Hey, you make it?
No, yeah. For those of you that don't know, I was in line at E3 for the Microsoft event.
Yeah.
And this kid had a big Keyblade, and he was panicking. It was like up to his belly button, and he was a tall guy, and he did not know how to get it on the plane. He got it here at E3.
Actually, I was just thinking, it does fit in that little square that they have for carry-ons. You know what I'm saying? Those little squares. They
yeah,
look like
I know
trash
what you're
cans. You
saying.
put them in.
It was
The
like
Keyblade
48
fit in
inches or something. It was too big, and he didn't. I mean, and it's made of like solid metal. Like it was a real Keyblade.
there. I'm sure you can check it on the plane.
He always
Like
ship
they'll
it
let you
to
check
himself,
it or something.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
They let you. I will. Yeah. You'll be surprised what they let you take on planes.
Just say it's a cane. I was telling him to just use it as a cane and walk on the plane,
It's a themed cane.
and then you'd get the good seats
Yeah.
because they'd see that you're.
Hey, on your
Hip
Holdor
is
question,
broken.
this is what's annoying. Watch this. Beast 420 says, I met George R.R. Martin during a book signing at Arthur Joe Hill's event where he revealed that the Hodor hold the door name meaning will remain the same, but he has rewritten the story so this reveal will happen differently in the novel. So yeah, it's basically they made it up on the show.
Well-
and so now they're going to put it in the novel later. This
Well, George R.R.
frustrates
Martin,
me.
he specifically said, "Why would you want to read something you've already watched?" So he's going to write the books differently.
Oh,
Hey,
I,
you know,
didn't meet,
this is-
I didn't meet him. I got that from an online article. Oh, there we go. He copied and pasted
yeah.
that.
Hey, so here's another question for you. Do you think
Yeah.
he actually finished the book, or do you think he just dude, guys, I don't know how to end it, so I'm just,
What is
because
like
everybody's
Lost.
in suspense. You know what
Actually,
I mean? Like-
at this point, I think he has interns write it for him.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true. And then he just reads it and says, "No, that's not good."
Yeah, he sits on his golden throne.
Although
of
authors,
sorts.
to be an author, the type of mentality, like the type, you're like a particular person. Like you're single-minded and very obsessive compulsive over details. And so I actually don't think that
that he would allow that,
he would allow that. Yeah. Would you?
for millions of dollars.
Okay.
I
Yeah, but over the
I don't know.
This is like the capstone to
I don't
your
know if
novel.
you've,
This will make or break the entire series.
I don't know if you've seen the show, but he let them HBO it pretty hard.
Well, I think he wanted them to HBO it. I mean,
He suggested that.
according to Saturday Night Live, and
according to Saturday Night Live, which
there's
their facts are
they
legit.
hired-
They
hired
have
a 13.
sources.
They hired a 13-year-old creative director.
How could we make this scene better?
boobs?
How does he do it?
He's a genius. He's a genius.
That was a good one.
That is a good one. That brings us to the last and final segment of our show. This is the portion of the show where we take your questions. Where we take questions from the mailbag. You can submit a question every week in the mailbag over on Patreon, patreon.com/positive gaming. First question of the week comes from, of the year actually.
Lay it on me.
Of 2019. Comes from Reckham. Reckham writes in and says, what game from 2018 that you didn't get to play are you most excited to play in 2019? I'll go first. And actually, Reckham has inspired me to try this game out. Valkyrie 4.
Oh, yeah. Valkyrie Chronicles.
It's turn-based strategy.
Anime.
Battle anime. He's been telling me how much he loves that game.
Yeah.
I've been talking to him about it in chat, in Discord, which if you haven't, come join us over on Discord. Anytime. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Of
good time.
Good times. But he's made me excited about it, curious about it, so I've been looking it up. I've been watching reviews. I've been watching streams of it. Looks good. That one, I think, is the one I'm most excited to play at the moment. That I didn't get to try out in 2018, that I'll try out in 2019.
Okay.
I believe it's Reckham's personal game of the year.
Oh, dirty.
Dirty. So that's the game I'm most excited that I didn't get to play in 2018 that I'd like to play in 2019. Valkyrie. I'll be honest. I'm at this like
Point in your life.
Point in my gaming career right now where I'm stuck on this game with this world that has everything that I want in it.
Keep going.
How do I move? I don't know how to move on from it.
What game are you talking about? I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, Valkyrie. That's what you said.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
I thought you were asking me.
Okay.
No, Red Dead. I don't know how to move on from it. I don't know if I will move on or when I will move on from it. Right now I'm just sucked into that world.
Such a good game.
I love the atmosphere. I love it all. I love sometimes, I'll just take a ride, listen to the birds chirping.
I usually shoot the birds.
You got to be careful when you're just taking rides, because I will run into a carriage every time I just take rides.
Yeah. This is true.
We actually played online. I finished up the last 2 missions with Mark the other day, and we ran into a bunch of crap.
He was in the. I was riding.
I don't think the auto pathing online is as good as the auto pathing in.
No, here's the thing.
single
So
player.
I played online for a while, for like I'd say a week and a half solid straight. That's all I was playing.
Yeah,
and then I jumped back into single player. Superior. Everything about it is like just the world itself. Like it's just better. I mean that's where that game shines. Oh, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Anyway, Valkyrie 4, Jordan, a game that you didn't get a chance to play in 2018, that you're excited to play in 2019.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, that doesn't count. That's a game that releases in 2019.
Well, I think it meets the criteria.
No,
although
what
I did play
game
the demo at E3.
released in 2018? Well, I'll skip you. You think about yours. McSpicy. I know Spicy has got to have one up his sleeve.
Yeah, Celeste.
Celeste, yeah, that's the platformer. That
I don't actually know why I haven't played it.
Well, I feel like it didn't get much press
until the end of the year.
Like, I don't understand. What was its release date, I wonder? Was it closer to the end of the year?
I'll look.
That was not on any of our radars.
Hellblade. I didn't play that one.
Oh, my goodness.
I watched people play it, but I didn't play
Jordan,
it myself.
Hellblade, let me tell you, will blow your mind.
Literally.
So good.
January 5th, or January 25th, 2018.
So it literally came out the beginning of the year.
The beginning of the year.
It's not like it came out a week before.
Just floated on the radar.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Wow.
Looks. I mean, that's a game right up my alley. Really tough platformer. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing that like crazy. Yeah.
Very good. Great question. Thank you very much, Reckham, for writing in. Next question comes from Shano555. Shano writes in and says, Happy New Year's, fellow bros and broettes. I'm very excited for the new Division and Anthem this year, but working full-time, I won't get time for both. If you had to choose one, which would it be? He says, this has been the longest 2 weeks of my life. I listen to a lot of old podcasts. Gamertag. Oh, wait. He says you could just call him Sean. Thank you very much, Sean, for writing in. Great question. Division 2 or Anthem. Now, did you guys get to play Division 2 at E3, the demo that was there? I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Because you went to the Microsoft thing.
Yeah, it was. You probably had to wait. It was definitely in the Microsoft experience.
Yeah, no, it was there. It was right next to the Assassin's Creed booth.
Yeah. There was a line.
Yeah,
It
was good. It was really good.
Just kidding.
At this point, I think I'm more excited personally, and it's because of one feature. I'm more excited for Anthem, and it's because of the flight.
Yeah. I think Anthem because it's new, exciting. We haven't played it yet.
Yeah, the flight feature, the vertical levels that we've seen. Now, if Anthem doesn't deliver, here's the thing. Division's the safe bet because you know what they've done with the first Division. It's a solid game. It's really good. It's really fun. Division 2, from what I played, the controls are improved. Everything just feels really tight. It feels good. So that's the safe bet. Anthem, I think, for me, is the more exciting one at this time.
Yeah.
McSpicy?
No, yeah. If you were to say one thing that you love, and that's why you're doing it, was flight.
Yeah.
I like the symbiotic nature of the attacks.
Yeah,
right.
that is cool.
The electric, like the arcane electricity plus fire equals more damage, and you can team up with your abilities. That's like Guild Wars 2 for me. You know how you can do that in Guild Wars 2. That gets me super excited for Anthem. So I would choose Anthem, but then again, I might choose the other one if I play it. So whatever one's better, I choose.
Anthem right now.
But Anthem, for me. Yeah.
Jordan, how about you? Division at all sneak in, or are you Anthem as well?
No Anthem. Although I do have one thing.
Okay,
so BioWare makes Anthem, right?
Yes.
And we all know BioWare. And I understand that BioWare is a big studio, and big studios like that always have multiple projects going on.
Sure.
But I just feel like they're talking about Anthem is going to be... They don't necessarily compare it to Destiny, but they say it's going to be like a living game. It's going to evolve with you. It's going to be, almost that MMO style of game, right? Kind of like a Destiny style, or even a Division style, right? And this is just me. So I'm excited for that. I'm like, yes, BioWare is fully focused. They're ready to go. And then they do an announcement of the new Dragon Age. And it just feels like I thought you guys were all focused and ready for Anthem, and now you're already telling me that you're working on a different game. I get that there's multiple
I don't
teams,
have a problem with that.
but it just makes me feel like, I don't know.
You feel betrayed.
It makes me feel like the focus is being split.
Yeah, you
know
feel
what I mean?
betrayed.
And honestly, after the last Dragon Age, no offense to anybody, but I am not really looking for a new one unless they make it like the first one.
Well, the last Dragon Age is just not what it once was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely not
I'm
Dragon
on
Origins. It's
nostalgia.
not Origins. Origins
I
to
think
this
that was
day.
the
By the
best.
way, we talked about it last podcast. I loaded that game up on Steam. I downloaded it. I haven't cracked it open, but what a good game.
It's good.
What a good game. Anyways, Sean, thank you very much. Great question. There you go. Let us know if you choose Division or Anthem yourself. Clinton Lloyd writes in, and he says, "Hiya, stiff-nipped bros." Welcome back. Sorry, that's join Discord. You'll understand where that
You'll
comes
understand what that reference is.
from. Welcome back. He says, "I miss you guys." Your hard-kept nipple comment. So in Discord, I said it's cold outside. We have hard
How
nipples.
do you explain that comment?
I said it's cold outside. We have hard nipples, and it's 2019. That only means one thing: we're back.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so that's reference context here. He says, anyways, the nipple comment made me think of George Clooney's infamous prominently nippled Batman suit.
Bat nipples, yeah.
He says, can you guys think of any gaming characters' outfits that have begged the question, what the hell were they thinking? Gaming character.
But, okay, there's a game that does it on purpose that I absolutely love.
Oh, Dead Rising? No,
Dead Rising 3. Yeah, you nailed it. The outfits in that game are so awesome. Yeah. And it doesn't take even they keep them in the cutscenes. So funny.
Is there one where they tried to be serious though, and you're like, what? What is that? The guy does not intimidate. He looks like a goof. I don't know.
I don't know because usually that means it's an anime game or like.
I mean, I guess George Clooney's not been in any
JRPG.
video games, so that's probly why.
Like the back.
If there's anything you can add nipples to, what would you? I think Master Chief's armor.
Master Chief nipples.
Yeah. Master Chief nips.
Dude, that would take him to the next level.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Yeah. Could you milk him? That's the question.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
You know what's a
What
shame
would you
about
add
the
nipples too? Master Chief's armor. Yeah, that's solid.
I don't think we can top that. I mean, that's pretty.
You get John Marston in like a leather vest. Add some nips to that.
And then you can add like lore that those are the batteries for the overshield.
Oh, yeah.
So the nipples are actually the power
Yeah.
sources for the overshield.
That's the critical hit spot.
I wonder what the like costume design was when they were making that George Clooney suit. Like,
Yeah.
No, they had
was
a
it
good
like,
time.
oh hey,
they
should
obviously
we just
had a
put
good
nipples
time.
on
Like,
it?
hey, let's just do it. Let's see if anyone notices.
You know what's a shame is that's like I conflict with that Batman because it's got. I don't think George Clooney was the best Batman, and it may have been just how it was written, like the whole Bat card thing. And everything like that.
Okay.
Anyway, but I will say this: Arnold Schwarzenegger has the best one-liners in that movie. So I'm like really conflicted.
But they're not on purpose best liners.
They're so like when he jumps in, he goes, "Hey, freeze," and then he sprays everybody. Like it's so awesome.
Ice to see you.
Yeah, that was so
Ice to see you.
It was the best ever.
Is Poison Ivy, Poison Ivy's in that one as well, right?
They all are. Yes. I think every villain known to man.
I think they all crashed the party.
Yeah.
And they even went skating.
So, again, I'm conflicted because I don't like the George Clooney Batman and his lines, but I love the Schwarzenegger lines.
But you love them not because they did it on purpose, just because they were so bad that it became meme.
I think it's just the way he delivered. He's a fantastic actor.
Dude,
I just think it's the way he delivered it. Yeah. No one else could say "ice to see you."
Ice to see you.
And he jumps down, freeze, and he sprays everybody. Yeah. Hey, freeze.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And then when he talks to his wife, like I know it's serious, but it's just awesome.
Dr. Teeth says he'd like to see Witcher nips.
I think you do.
I think you do. You think Geralt?
You can take off his shirt.
Oh, this is true. Yeah, I don't know if there's been a costume in a game from a character that you're like, ugh, just didn't work. That I can't off the top of my head, I can't think of one.
Oh, there's got to be one out there.
No,
No.
I mean,
the point of games is to look awesome, right?
Yeah, I think video games are better at that than. I mean, well, again, George Clooney's not been in any video games, so that's probably the reason. Why? Great question, though, Clinton Lloyd. Loved it. Well, we all agree. Halo Master Chief would be the best nipple armor.
If we're going to add,
if you're going to add,
yeah.
Well, that would be so cool to even add like super abilities or something.
To it, like flamethrowers.
Flamethrower nipples. Heck yeah. Well, if you were to milk Master Chief through his nipples, they would probably come out on fire. You know, like it would be flamethrowers.
Yeah, this is true. Last but not least, we have the one and only Fitzy, who writes in and says, "Hope everyone had a great Christmas and New Year. Excited for 2019 and the first podcast of the year. Other than the big names coming out this year, Kingdom Hearts 3, Anthem, etc., what are you most looking forward to this year, gaming or otherwise? For me, I'm interested in seeing how Microsoft handles the conferences since Sony will be sitting out a majority of them." That's a good point, Fitzy. That is going to be interesting to see how Microsoft handles that. What most looking forward to, outside of maybe the big titles that everybody's looking forward to, most looking forward to this year, either an event or, I mean, E3 is always a big one, but video game-wise, I think for myself, Metro looks really good. I know that's one that everyone's looking forward to, but I didn't really like... The second one was good. I did not like the first Metro, but I like this idea that now you're out in this apocalyptic world. And actually, scratch that. Metro takes a huge backseat. Rage 2, for me, is the game that I'm honestly most excited for at this point, and only because...
I feel like those are both like heavy hitters.
Only because Bethesda...
It's hard. Like, every game I want to play is a heavy hitter.
Yeah, but
that's why you want to play them.
Yeah,
I know.
True. But Bethesda has just done... I've bought all of their first-person shooter remakes that they've done, and Rage 2... I did not play the first Rage, granted, but Rage 2 just looks like it's doing everything right. It looks so good.
Yeah.
So good. McSpicy, anything...
I mean, Trials Rising is on the list, right?
Oh, Trials Rising. I mean, you did get kicked off the booth at E3. You loved it so much.
That was funny.
Team Sonic Racing.
Me, sir. Other people need to play this game.
Yeah, that was so funny. And I was right.
And he's like Sweden, right? Because isn't that developer team like Swedish? So he was.
And I was right. My booth was right where the line is, so they just saw me sitting there for like 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Mortal Kombat 11, but see, that's probably a big hitter too, right? It's hard to
literally.
Nice.
I see what you did there.
I see that. That's funny. I don't know. I guess. Yeah, Trials would probably be the least big hitter that I'm excited for.
Sure.
Because I've been playing Trials for forever.
You introduced me to Trials.
Yeah.
And that is a fantastic game. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And
hopefully they do the multiplayer right this time. It's it's fun by yourself, but I would like to be able to play the single player campaign with co-op, and we can see each other where we are on the course.
As like a ghost.
Yeah. Well, not even just a ghost. Simultaneously, yeah.
So what?
I did that in one of the other ones.
I never played multiplayer on the last Trials, on the Trials that's currently out right now.
Because they're what was it?
What why was it not done right?
It was not the same course, and it was.
So it wasn't the same course that was available to you in single player.
Okay. Yeah, and you weren't on the same area. It was basically like its own co-op its own section, and the courses weren't very fun. And you could. It just wasn't very good. The one before, I believe, was it Trials HD. They had a good multiplayer where you could see each other out the same.
Ghost and
simultaneously.
leaderboards and all that. You'd say, yeah.
Very cool. Jordan, how about for yourself? Outside of your main like Kingdom Hearts, and
that's just a really hard
obviously.
question because, like in my mind, there's no other game than Kingdom Hearts. I've been excited for this for years upon years.
You know what game I wish they would bring to the Xbox, which they have on the Switch, is my game Football Manager that I've really delved
Civilization?
into. Also, Civilization here. Wait, isn't that coming? Didn't we see that was coming?
Well, we assume it's coming because it came to the Switch.
That's right. It did come to the Switch,
and it works well on the Switch.
And mouse and keyboard support is here but that keyboard is like $300.
I'll get it.
The Razer keyboard. I don't think that's worth it.
If you see how that CEO talks about his product,
you just use a normal keyboard.
Yeah,
though.
but I don't think you realize
has like the pull out for the mouse, so you literally can sit on the couch.
Tell us, Jordan, how he used his keyboard. That makes you want to buy the $300.
No, you just got to see the interview. He was so intense about how their product is the best, and I believed him.
Yeah, I mean he's a salesman.
Yeah.
That's why he's in charge.
It was awesome.
So outside of Kingdom Hearts, nothing really.
Probably.
Here's
probably DreamWorks' New Dawn of Dragon Riders. I saw it on Mark's list. It's one of the games coming out this year.
Let me go back to the list.
Here's one that I'm excited for that we know is coming out from Paradox Interactive, which makes City Skylines. It makes Sins of a Solar Empire, which, by the way, guys, there's an expansion for Sins of the Solar Empire.
Sins of the Solar Empire is a good one.
But Stellaris is coming to the Xbox. Fantastic game.
I changed my mind. Spike volleyball.
Volleyball. Yeah, let's see what that one is.
into Stellaris.
I just said that too. Yeah, we're looking up games right now. Games we
I'm
didn't
in.
even know were coming.
Spike volleyball.
Yeah, Spike volleyball looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got no score yet because it's not out.
Hey guys, I was actually talking to, I forget who I was talking to, but it was while I was streaming Red Dead last week, and I thought it would be awesome. He talked about how he was just kicking back, relaxing, playing some cricket, like video game, video game. And I was thinking, what if we got that and played it as a couch cast and just learned how to play cricket
I'm there.
in the game?
I am there.
That would be awesome.
We wouldn't have any idea what we're doing.
I like it.
I know you got to run and throw the ball at the 3 sticks.
I think you have to break the sticks, right? That's like the point.
Well, you knock them down and
okay.
break
Sorry.
them. Yeah, it's not.
What a noob.
Yeah,
right,
on,
David?
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't know cricket.
Clearly, you've never watched England versus India, you uncultured punk. Well, that does us for the week for 2019. Welcome back, everybody. We're so excited for 2019. A lot of big things are in store. Stay tuned. We've got some big announcements on their way. We're so excited.
I'm excited.
Any closing words, guys? 2019?
Careful if you buy Atlas because it will absorb your life.
Absorb your life.
Yeah. I don't think I've showered in a while.
I don't think you have either.
Pretty sure I can't remember when I showered last. No, it's a good game. Pirate Arc.
One of
so good.
the best story lines in gaming is finally coming to an end this month.
That's Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah.
baby. That's what you're most excited for.
Yeah. I just want everybody to know that.
Very cool.
Is this the end?
You know, I really hope so because the way everything is set up, it's set up to end. So they'll probably do something.
There'll be a cliffhanger
to make like 50 other ones
5
on
DLCs.
Yeah, but it's set up like everything has led to this moment.
This moment in time.
Yeah.
Do you know what's cool about? I want to say this also.
Yes.
You know how Sea of Thieves, you have to have like a crew to do a ship.
I hear Sea of Thieves is on fire right now, though. By the way, like all the changes they've made, right now is the best time to be in Sea of Thieves.
Cool. I'm just saying.
Sorry,
that's like the simplified version to sail a pirate ship.
Okay.
Like if you do it on Atlas.
Oh, is it hard?
You have to have a crew.
You get mad.
You have a crew, and you have to have somebody in charge telling you, and you can build your own design ships. You can build your own galleon. I've seen the Hammerhead version.
Can you build the Black
where
Pearl?
they put? You probably, yeah. I've seen some amazing stuff. They put like 5 cannons right in the front, and they call it the Hammerhead, and they just charge right forward, shooting those. Have 5 people on those cannons, and just wherever they go,
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, it's it's awesome.
Isn't it interesting that like just like with movies, things go in themes. So We had like the Overwatch type of theme for a while where we had 4 or 5 different Overwatch type of games.
Yeah.
Now there's this pirate theme. We're getting Skull and Bones. Sea of Thieves kind of kicked it off. Or actually, probably Assassin's Creed Black Flag kicked it off forever ago. But Sea of Thieves really dove in all the way. And Pirate Atlas is out now. You got Skull and Bones coming. What other pirate games are we going to see? Who knows? It's just interesting. Fortnite, we see everybody's going into this Battle Royale kick. What's the next thing?
Zombies was a thing for
Zombies
a while.
was a thing for a long, long while. I mean, it technically still is, kind of. Cowboys? Who knows? I don't know. What's space? Do we go back to space again? Space has never really gone away.
We haven't been in space in a while.
That's never really gone away, I don't think. You've always got a solid space game out there to choose from. I would like to get into Elite Dangerous more. It's just...
Star Citizen.
Where's the...
Yeah.
Oh, Star
Coming.
Citizen.
Speaking of...
See.
Oh, never mind.
I think Star Citizen is Ark in space. I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
This is true. This is true. All right, let's take us out of here. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't yet, head over to iTunes, subscribe to us there, rate us, leave a review for us. It really helps us with the rankings. It helps spread the word. Also, if you want to catch up on some old podcasts, we're actually running the XoneBros Marathon over on Mixer. Head over to mixer.com/XoneBros and check out any of our old podcasts any time of the day. Leave some sparks while you're there. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you next time. Boom! Thank you very much, guys, for joining us today. We really appreciate it. It's always a good time. It's good to be back.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good to be back. It's like a massage. You've massaged my mind, Mark.
Oh.
You've massaged my mind.
I've done that many times
Yes.
over the years. I hope you give me a tip after.
You give great MBJs. Love it. Thank you very much for all the sparks, guys. Viper for the 200,000 spark. Yeah,
Oh.
baby. Appreciate it. Thank you
Boom.
very much, guys, for your support. I agree. Mech Warrior games would be fun. I don't feel like they've done a good Mech Warrior game in a hot minute.
Fitzy, I
Titanfall?
probably should take the outro. I should update that, I guess. It's just,
It's really cool.
It breaks my heart every time I see it.
I know.
It's true.
It's kind of, I don't know.
Remember how big of a
keep it on
deal
there.
that was when that did not happen? Ooh.
Yeah. Snotty beat me twice last night. It was wonderful. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's right. Freaky talked about this app called VonCoin app. Sorry, Freaky, I didn't bring it up in the show because I haven't had a chance to look it up. But basically, it's cryptocurrency for your achievements. So as you get your achievements, you get rewards for your achievements. And currently, there's like paintings and stuff. And Freaky, for all of his achievements he's unlocked, they're sending him like free paintings and stuff.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's called, what is the name of it here real quick again, Freaky? It's called the VonCoin app. Dude, way cool. Look at that up.
Hi Warriors, I did too, but I'm planning on, I have a new diet I'm going to try.
Intermittent?
No.
Oh.
It's the potato diet. I'm just going to eat potatoes.
Nice. I'm interested to see how that works out for you.
It's just Penn and Teller?
Yeah.
Penn lost 100 pounds on the potato diet.
I'm doing the 16-8 intermittent fasting. Last year at this time I did intermittent fasting. I lost 30 pounds. And for me it's just easy. I don't eat breakfast anyways, so it's just easy for me to stick to, and it gives you a little bit of leeway.
Beast. That's just being Irish.
That's the Irish diet. Man. Yeah, Freaky got a print inspired by Cyberpunk 2077 for his achievements, sent to him for free. VonCoin app. I'm looking it up. We'll look it up.
That's cool.
Maybe we'll go in depth next week. All right, guys. Here's our new and improved producer credits.
Yay.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody. Take it to the next level. Here we go. Producer credits. guys, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Have a great week. We will see you guys next time. Enjoy your week. Stay tuned. In about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, the web show will go up, or the 24-hour web podcast. So stay tuned for that. But thank you very much, guys. We will see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye
Okay.
now.
This is the best part of the song.
Oh, here we go. Let's hear it.
I love
Let's
this.
hear it. Here we go. Pump it up.
I'm doing it.